guys, welcome to ET Land. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to update for a very long time. I've been super busy in real life, so I kind of figured out that I should make a 1 month review instead of an initial review. I'm truly sorry for the delay, and this is actually my third time to edit this video because I was not very impressed by the outcome of my previous editing, so here I am. First of all, I am expecting to get many comments saying that why are you not getting a Steam Deck instead, or why are you not getting any handheld with a RYZEN 6800 chip on it. So my answer is very simple, and if you have been following around, you probably know that it's big. Those handhelds are basically big, and I'm just not interested in big handhelds. So if you're looking for a super machine that has a big screen that plays everything and you don't have to tweak anything, this is not for you. And if you're looking for something with a big battery life, this is not for you too, so maybe you can leave a like to this video and just find something like a Steam Deck. If you're still with me, let me talk a little bit more about myself so that you know which perspective I am reviewing from. I am an average-sized girl who loves playing Japanese games like JRPG, Zeldas, Monster Hunters, but I'm not really into those AAA games like those, you name it, like Elden Rings and shooting games. Those are not my taste, so I'm aiming for something lighter. And really, for the size and aesthetics, those are very important. And it is very important to fit the size of my purse because I don't want to carry a big bag. Also, since I'm living in Japan, this is a little bit different from what you may experience in Western countries. In Japan, you're not supposed to use your phone or make sounds from your phone or gaming devices in the public because that would disturb the others. That's why I need a device with a relatively low fan noise so that I would not disturb the others. Now let me talk about 10 things that I really like about the Ayaneo Air. So first of all, I have the switch, the fur one switch here, and then I also have a switch lite. You can see that the size is kind of in the middle of the both, and the weight is more or less just like the switch fur one. So here is a comparison with my Retro Pocket 2 and my PSP. It is small enough to fit in my purse. Ta-da! The second thing I really like about it is powerful enough to run all the things I want to play. And by that I mean, first of all, emulation is one of the key things that I would like to play. Well, you can see that Switch emulation runs well on this device as long as you use the handheld mode and you use the 15 wattage for the TDP. It's totally fine to run all those games. 3DS runs at 2x resolution with Citra, and we also have PS3, PS2, PSP as 3 to 4x. And I also have Simu here to play the Wii U emulation, and of course Wii runs at full speed. Other than emulation, I'm also, of course, interested in PC games, especially for those games that are not available on Switch. You'll be surprised that not just indie games run well on this device. Kingdom Hearts, Tales of Arise, other JRPG runs really well on this device as well. In order to prevent me from misleading you, I have one thing to say. All the performance that I'm showing you is the performance after I have first replaced my SSD and second install a clean Windows. So these two things are actually very important to increase the performance of your device. The original SSD that came from the Ayaneo Air from the first place, it was not very good. So I have to say the reading and writing speed of that SSD was drastically slower than that of the one that I'm using. Also, if you have been reading Reddit, you'll probably see that people always say that installing a clean window would help you to solve many problems that may come with your device. So you have to be careful that all the performance may be better than the units that you would receive from the very beginning. So if you want to increase the performance, you should consider first have a clean install of Windows, and second swap the SSD. The third thing that I really like about is the beautiful OLED screen. I mean, the colors are very vibrant, and you never get something like that on a normal Switch or a Switch Lite. Well, of course, you have this OLED Switch, but I don't have that, and I just feel so good with this screen for all the gaming experience that I've tried. But well, it's sad that I have put on a Switch Lite screen protector to ruin the experience because I don't like the black bezels. But if the screen is bright enough, I can't tell. But if it is all dark, I can tell that the screen protector is kind of lit up. The fourth thing is the aesthetic of this device. I mean, look at it. It is such a beautiful replacement of my desktop and Switch. The fifth thing that I like about this device is the easy to upgrade SSD. It was not difficult at all. I mean, before when I had the Win 3, it was too difficult to do so, so I didn't bother to do so. But this time, it was not difficult at all. However, there is lack of information for the upgrade, so I'm doing a tutorial for that. D-pad, joysticks, and the triggers are awesome, and I have to say the buttons on the top that are mappable to close the application and do other stuff are very useful because they literally improve the gaming experience and make the console just like a handheld. So if you remember what I said earlier, I need a device that has a lower fan noise. Since Ayaneo Air can let us adjust the fan speed, it is a lot easier to bring it outside. Also, since the TDP is adjustable with iron space, it is a lot easier because we don't have to go through the BIOS and stuff like that. And that feature is definitely a game changer. One typical problem with PC handheld is that it doesn't feel like a handheld. It is a PC with controllers, but all the UIs, windows, and setting the TDP is kind of a nightmare. But this changes. Also, if you are someone who is used to playing Japanese games, you'll probably find the ABXY buttons very annoying. So one thing it is very good about Ayaneo is that you can swap the ABXY buttons to the Japanese style so that you can still enjoy the way you want to play it. This is actually a new feature from iSpace, so if you haven't got that, you'll probably want to go to update the last feature that I love about this device is the fully functionable USB ports. There are two of them, one at the top and one at the bottom. When you use a dock, it just turned into a desktop, and I am using it to replace my desktop. Now let's talk about 5 things that I don't like about this device. The speakers suck and it just destroyed the whole playing experience. And here, this footage that I'm showing you is already enhanced by a software. However, if I do not use that software, there will be a big difference. The second thing that I don't like about this device is random display issues, and those are very likely caused by airspace, which will be fixed in the later updates. The third issue is with the mouse cursor. So when you emulate games, the retro games, you probably don't want to see the mouse cursor, but with some games on PC that probably need your mouse cursor, it never appears. So I just want Ayaneo to figure out one way that we can turn on and off the mouse cursor. As for the battery life, of course, it just gives you 1 to 2 hours battery life, which is short. However, I don't have much time to play games every day, so that's kind of fine for me. The last thing that I don't really like about is this device being overheated. However, after changing the SSD to a 2TB SSD, it gets a lot better. As long as we do not push this device to 15 wattage all the time, this will not be a big problem. So that's pretty much about this review. I would definitely recommend this device to anyone who have similar niche as I do. Thank you for watching. See ya!